find out more about China's maritime policy and territorial disputes in the South China Sea. Joining us now live from Beijing is Teng Jianqun. He is a director and senior research fellow at the China Institute of International Studies. He is an expert in Navy and military science and the South Asian Sea. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah.
Tell us more about Wang Yi's comments Sunday regarding maritime disputes and China's maritime rights, actually in the South China Sea.
Yeah, this is actually a new feature by the new leaders, under the leadership of President Xi and Li Keqiang. China actually has adopted a very clear-cut position. Sorry?
Continue on.
Sorry? So the Chinese government, has adopted a very clear-cut position in, maritime policy. And in terms of the South China Sea dispute, actually, for many years, China adopted a policy to, sometimes to give compromise to some countries, to Vietnam, to the Philippines. But this time, actually, China, just because of its judgment of its policy toward the maritime dispute, China, tried to have a more balanced, attitude toward all the countries concerned. So the construction in South China Sea actually, as reiterated by our Minister of Foreign Affairs, is actually a legal, and also in domestic affairs for China.
Tell us, how does China explain constructing these 5 man-made islands in the South China Sea and a possible airstrip that is supposedly long enough for Beijing's military aircraft? Some actually argue the Chinese military would like to use the airstrip as a launching point for aerial defense operations.
Actually, only China, has no such airfield in the Spratly Islands or Nansha Islands. I used to be there, 20 years ago. Actually, the Philippines and the Vietnamese, also, the Malaysia, have their own airfields in that region. So this is very important for the military posture in South China Sea for China. But I don't think China will deploy, any, fighters or bombers in South China Sea at this moment, because it's not a good place to deploy such, equipment or aircraft there. It's only for the transportation and for the construction of the Nansha Island or Spratly Island there.
Well, looking at all of this, you have to sit and wonder if all of the countries involved here are preparing and that there could be a possible bigger escalation in tensions and that it's considered a real threat or they wouldn't be taking these steps.
Yeah, this is actually a case for China and for all the claimants in South China Sea. And we have witnessed the development, in recent years. Sometimes China used to take a very patient position toward any construction, by the Philippines and by Vietnam in Nansha Islands. This time, actually, we can look from the other side of the coin. If China, continues to take such ambiguous position, some countries might, give a more progressive, aggressive attitude toward China, saying China will give no, response to the, construction or any effort by the Philippines, by Vietnam. So this time, I think a clear-cut, attitude toward the dispute in South China Sea might be another way for the peace and stability, because every country knows that this is a real, time for the countries concerned to sit down, not only to, talk about the principles or code of conduct, but also to set the rules for the countries to, maintain the peace and stability in South China Sea, especially in Nansha or Spratly Islands.
Teng Jianqun, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and for you breaking all of this down for us and explaining it to us. We really appreciate it.